All right, so our next little instructional video is going to be for the Harvey sliding table saw miter gauge. This miter gauge is specifically designed for this sliding table. All right, we got 4 pass, but we're only going to put it in the first one. With that setup, and this has its own little bit of setup, so pay attention. There's a bar here with 2 locking nuts. I'm going to place that in the groove. While I'm doing that, I need to get this over into this slot. There. All right, so I'm going to slide these in together. So this is the handle that's going to tie it down. Now I got to line both of these up, and this one, there it goes. So all I need to do is just get it slightly inside. What I'm going to do now, this is a little counterintuitive. To turn it clockwise loosens it, counterclockwise tightens this up. And all you need is a slight little twist, and you can see I'm just using 2 fingers. This is not going to slide anywhere. All right, so I'm just going to lightly snug that up. Now this gives me the opportunity to set this angle out here. But I'm going to leave this, as in most cuts are going to be 0 degrees on here. And this, these act just like the compass miter saw. They have positive indents, and it's got a veneer down here for you to choose what relative spots you want. And this, again, these are also very accurate. You need very little tinkering with this. So I have it set. The only other thing I need to do is tighten this down. And again, this is just going to be very light. And now this thing is locked in place. In order to use it, I need to pull out the post on the very underneath side of this. It's just pulled down and a little quarter twist. And that opens up the travel for this. All right, so if I want to lock it, I'm just going to snap it back in and it will catch. All right, so again, it's just a simple down and twist. Now it unlocks it for the travel. All right, so now we have this set up, we have it anchored down, and we have our sliding table saw ready to move. As with any miter gauge, the first thing we want to check is the clearance with the blade. You do not want to have this in line or impact that blade. So that is the first thing you're going to check to verify that this is set up. All right, so now I'm ready. I have a 3/4 inch clearance here, and I'm just about ready to use my setup. Now, there's 2 stops on this, and they work identical to the compass miter gauge. So the larger knob allows you travel right and left, and as you put this gauge down, the stop, this is your micro adjustment, which also has about 2 to 4 millimeter travel in either direction. So this particular miter gauge is set up with 2 stops, so I can effectively set up 1 stop for my narrow cut, and I can set up a second one for maybe the opposite edge, and they both work identical. As with the compass miter gauges, this also has an extension arm. And the same goes for that. If I want to have a stop out here, I am going to loosen this gently, slide out here, and gently, I'm going to just 2 fingers, I'm going to just adjust that turn bolt. And that allows me now that I can now pull this out to a longer dimension and use this as a stop. So I'll take my coarse adjustment, and then I can fine tune it with my micro adjuster. All right, the only thing I can be said about this machine, which is a little bit different from the one on the end, be careful when you go through that you're not going to impact the machine next to it. So please be careful of your clearances on both sides of the machine, front and back. And that goes standard operation for any moving part. So you want to make sure that no part is going to impact the blade, that this part will not impact any other part of the machine around you. And you're going to gently operate this equipment. I mean, if it's set up right, which it is, and it's very precise, you shouldn't have any problems in moving a lot of these things around if you do it in a gentle manner. Final adjustment is going to be the 45 degree or any degree. If you want to adjust the angle on this, again, you're going to loosen this handle and you can adjust it in positive or negative directions. All right, now, and again, once you get a degree that you're ready to work with, whether it's 15 or whatever, you can micro adjust it here. All you need to do is lightly turn that down and you're set. So just to re-emphasize when I'm doing this, I want to just be sure that you're aware that we have impact situation over here with another piece of equipment. With the machine down on the far side, the panel saw that we tend to call it, that has a lot more clearance, especially on the left. So be aware that that machine has a lot more clearance than this one does here. So that's going to impact your projects as you're working with them. All right. So I think that's about it. So again, like every other piece of equipment, you have any questions, please get hold of someone in the shop that is familiar with the operation, and we can certainly give you a lot more finer introduction or follow up with any of your questions. All right, so that'll be it.